Welcome back to Chow Time Pods. Your host Red. I got a video today from Celebrity Drama Files. I got a few messages of you guys wanting me to cover the Russian guy that went to Africa and just blasted women left and right. Here it is.
You won't believe what Ogaubina just said about the Russian man scandal in an emotional video just hours ago. Kenya's most outspoken media personality has finally addressed the viral videos that have turned through East Africa like wildfire, and what Ogaubina just revealed is going to leave you absolutely speechless. Breaking news that has sent shockwaves across the entire African continent.
This is really big news. I saw a lot of articles about this, but it was a lot of African creators. I didn't see very many American creators talking about this.
Ogaubina, the fearless Kenyan entertainer, known for never holding back, just posted an explosive reaction video to Instagram, and the internet is going absolutely crazy with over 1,800 likes in just 32 minutes and counting. This might be the most emotional we have ever seen him, but that is not all. Wait until you hear what Ogaubina had to say.
What's up everybody, you got it top. Have you guys seen the Russian? Have you seen the videos of the Russian brother? Have you seen what the Russian brother has been doing?
I'll give a little bit of context. So apparently the man has just been going around and just telling women to just come back to his room, and they just do it, and he's recording them with his glasses and stuff.
First of all, I would say that is very wrong. Recording people without their consent is very wrong. He needs to be prosecuted.
Yeah, especially if you're doing those types of acts. I can definitely agree with him.
But this being Kenya, nothing gets done to people from outside. Angefanyiwa mambo ya kuweka mafunzo. Lakini yote 9-10. Have you seen your ladies? Have you seen your girlfriends and your wives? And you're still asking me, Obina, you need to get married. Niwe nani?
Money, status, foreigners changes all of this marriage stuff.
Nijikute. Ha! Huh? Married women. Yani, hey. The pick is very easy. Like I'm saying in Muzungu, the high is enough. Let's boom boom, chitty chitty bang bang. Hey. Hey, I've not watched most of the videos. Mimi napale kwa Malcolm, wachaji na manyonyo is. And I'm like, I'm not gonna find it elsewhere because I don't want to see the most graphic ones. So nimeona machaji ma video mbili machaji na manyonyo amepost nini nikasema we. Na machaji na manyonyo aka explain story nikasema that's enough. We out. And do you know that is just a recorded beat, eh? That happens to your women every single day.
Damn, this brother's super red pill. Super red pill.
And then now you know the most sad, but the sad bit about it is women will never know the person with good intentions. You see, like when these ladies were saying yes, they thought the guy had good intentions.
Sure.
And that's what happened.
But I don't even know why they would think that. The man just asked them to go to their room. It's not like he really was like getting to know these women all that much.
Even with us dudes, like they'll meet a shorty. I might have good intentions. I tell her, she says no. Or I might not have good intentions. I tell her, she says yes. I hit and run.
Correct.
Nini. So hapo ndo wako na tu shida, man. So these ladies didn't even know them. It's just like, oh, light-skinned brother, I'm about to get me a visa. This gonna be better. Little did they know, man. Now imagine.
Remember, in this scenario right here, they're both predators. The women and the men. And that guy, that particular guy. He's there to get what he wants, sex. Them, they want the visa. They want the money. They want the status. They want to leave the country. They're both after each other in a predatory way, except the guy is just better at it. That's all.
Them seeing the videos of themselves online, imagine the embarrassment. Like colleagues that you work with, probably your boyfriend, your husband, your pastor, your children, your relatives. Hey, so bad, man. And then wakiplay hard to get, tuna complain. Wakikuwa easy to go, unawapost. In whose hands are we safe? Hey, Mimi nimeona hiyo video, wacha nikae, soko ni mbaya. Soko ni mbaya. Like I always say, when you expect disappointment, you never be disappointed because you expected it after all. Mimi niwache tu nikae hapa kwanza. Soko ni mbaya.
Now, for those who haven't been following this absolute madness, let me bring you up to speed on the scandal
Thank you, brother. I was like, my explanation is probably not the best, but
that has literally broken the internet. A Russian national going by the name Trahov, also known as Vyacheslav, online has been exposed for one of the most shocking violations of privacy and
I do admit that him just using meta glasses the whole time and just recording everything, yeah, that's bad.
trust ever witnessed in Africa. This is not just another internet drama. This is a full-blown international incident that has governments scrambling, celebrities speaking out, and millions of Africans demanding for justice. And here is what makes this story absolutely devastating. On Thursday, that is February 12th of 2026, videos began surfacing online showing this Russian man operating in Ghana, specifically around the Accra Mall, approaching unsuspecting women in broad daylight. But here is where it gets absolutely sinister. He was using Ray-Ban Meta Smart glasses, hidden camera technology that women had absolutely no idea about. The method was calculated.
I gotta say, that is kind of scummy. You're going to a third world country that doesn't understand the technology that you're using. So I see this one being very taking advantage of and very predatory.
Predatory and frankly terrifying. He would approach the women, compliment them, strike up what seemed like innocent conversations, got their phone numbers, and then convinced them to come back to his apartment. Everything, and I mean everything, was being recorded without their knowledge or consent. But wait, it gets even worse from here.
Yeah, this is why I think this man deserves the flack that he's getting. It's because of the meta glasses. Him recording everything and putting everything online and recording even intimate moments and stuff. Yeah, that's a problem. If you were just doing it at the mall only and you just only have that footage, sure. I probably wouldn't be as on it about it, but yeah, this man is definitely in the wrong.
This man didn't just do this once or twice. According to reports that have emerged over the past 48 hours, Vyacheslav claims to have had encounters with over 100 Ghanaian women.
This is also a good example of passport bros. He may not be that great in Russia, but when he came to Gambia, he was able to get women quite easily. And I'm not saying to go to other countries to take advantage of women or something like that. No, go where you're kind of appreciated. Go where you're wanted. Go where people like you. Obviously, here is that kind of scenario. This man just took advantage of it a little bit, but it's also these women were also predators. They knew exactly what he was. They knew exactly what he is in a sense. They just wanted the benefits of it. That's why they cheated. They did all these things.
In an incredibly short period, over 100 women, and let that sink in for a moment. And here is what makes people's blood absolutely boil. He was monetizing this content, and yes, you heard me right, he was making money.
Oh, I did not know he was monetizing the whole thing? Like all intimacy?
Of these women's privacy violations. His operation was sophisticated and calculated. He would post teaser clips on TikTok and YouTube for free, building up massive anticipation and curiosity. Then, the full uncensored video. Those were
okay, yeah, that's pretty fucked up.
Locked behind a paywall on his private Telegram channel, where subscribers would pay up to $5 per month to access the complete footage. This man was literally running a business, a predatory, exploitative business,
Correct.
off the backs of unsuspecting African women who had no idea.
Yes, they were unsuspecting, but they definitely weren't innocent.
They were being filmed through their most vulnerable and private moments. The video shows everything: women in towels, post-intimate scenes, conversations about money, confrontations, and it's absolutely heartbreaking. And if that wasn't disturbing enough,
yeah, all they care about was money. They wanted the money. $20 goes a long way for them. And I'm not saying there's like two sides to this coin that I'm trying to not be a predator about. It sucks. like, right, money is more valuable in other places. You have it, you are seen as valuable. This is the very thing of arbitrage, and like financial arbitrage, and sexual arbitrage. You're going to places where, like where you're at, obviously everything is crap. You're going to a place that's better in certain ways. We're not talking about just looks or anything. It could be personalities. It could be just the ease of these people.
There are serious concerns being raised about health risks.
Oh yeah, I mean, he went through 100 women. I would assume there'd be some STDs going on.
Suggest that the encounters were unprotected, raising terrifying questions about the potential transmission of sexually transmitted infections, including HIV and AIDS. But here is where the story takes an even darker turn. This isn't the guy's first rodeo. Internet sleuths have discovered similar content showing him operating in South Africa, Kenya and other African countries. This man has been running this predatory operation across multiple nations, leaving a trail of violated trust and broken privacy in his wake. The audacity, the calculated nature of it all, it's absolutely staggering. Ghana cybersecurity...
Yeah, I can actually say this is a bad look for men and men that travel.
The authority has now launched a full investigation. Benjamin Madugu, the Director of Communication, International Cooperation and Strategic Partnership for the Cybersecurity Authority, went on record stating that they are actively searching for this individual and that he could face up to 10 years in prison under Ghana's Cybersecurity Act Section 6.7, which specifically prohibits...
But it does make you think if this was the other way around, if it was a woman that was doing this, going around sleeping with men and all of this, would she get the same kind of flack, taking advantage of men? Would she be facing 10 years in prison?
Beats the non-consensual sharing of confidential images. His TikTok account, which had over 114,000 followers, has been banned following the massive coordinated reporting efforts by outraged Ghanaians. The Occupy Instagram handle led a campaign with detailed instructions on how to report and take down his platforms. The Russian guy has since deleted numerous videos, set remaining accounts to private, and changed his username in a desperate attempt to hide his identity. But the internet never forgets, and the screenshots, the screen recordings, and evidence have all been preserved. And now, just as the scandal reaches a fever pitch and confirmed reports have begun circulating about his alleged arrest in Japan, while we cannot independently verify these claims, as of this recording, the rumors alone have sent the story into absolute overdrive. But wait until you hear what Oga Obinna has to say about all of this. Now, you might be wondering, why would Oga Obinna, a Kenyan media personality, be so emotionally invested in a scandal that primarily took place in Ghana? Here is what people need to understand about Oga Obinna. This man has built his entire career on speaking truth to power, on calling out injustice wherever he sees it, and on standing up for the vulnerable. He has never been one to stay silent when he sees wrong being done.
I mean, again, it's hard to see these women as vulnerable. They accepted and they wanted to be with this man and accepted the money. Again, yes, they didn't know they were being recorded, so I'm on their side on that part.
Regardless of borders and boundaries, and in this case, the issue hits particularly close to home. East Africa, West Africa, we are all connected. An attack on African women in Ghana is an attack on African women everywhere, including in Kenya. And this isn't just a Ghanaian issue. This is a Pan-African issue, and Oga Obinna clearly understands.
You know what? I was looking at O'Shea's page. I was surprised O'Shea did not cover this story, or at least maybe I missed it, because O'Shea's in Ghana.
And that. Plus, as reports emerged suggesting Yeseslav had also operated in Kenya, and this wasn't just about solidarity anymore. This was about his own country, his own people potentially being victimized by the same predator. The Instagram video that Ogobina just posted about a few minutes ago shows him in what appears to be a private moment, possibly in a car or a private space, wearing aviator sunglasses, dressed in a blue outfit, and the caption, 3 simple words that speak volumes: betrayal in the city. But that is not all. Now, this scandal exposes something far much bigger than one predatory individual. It exposes the dark underbelly of sex tourism in Africa.
Yeah, it's not just Asia, it's not just South America. I think any country that is not so developed has this.
Exploitation of economic disparities, the weaponizing of technology for harassment, and the urgent need for stronger digital consent laws across the continent. Think about it. This man was able to enter Ghana, operate freely for weeks, approach hundreds of women, commit what accounts to revenge porn on an industrial scale.
Yeah, I can see it as being somewhat revenge porn because they don't know that they're being recorded, and now you're putting them online and you're actually getting monetized about it. That's pretty diabolical, to tell the truth.
Monetize the content and only faced consequences after public outrage reached critical mass. What does that say about our system? What does that say about how seriously we take the protection of women's privacy and dignity? And what does that say about the gaps in our immigration law enforcement and cybersecurity framework? The conversation has expanded beyond just this one man. People are now asking hard questions. How many others like him are operating in Africa? Right now, how many women have been victimized who don't even know they were being recorded? And how much of this content is circulating in dark corners of the internet? And perhaps, most disturbingly, the racial and economics dynamics at play. The fact that Yugoslav apparently bragged in private chats that $20 is enough to get girls in Africa.
Hey, it's $40 here in the United States, so it's not that bad when you really think about it.
And the fact that he specifically targeted African countries, the fact that he marketed this content to his primarily Russian and European audience as if African women were exotic conquests to consume.
See, this part I don't agree with, because they do that with everybody, with every country and every nation. They do it with South American nations, Latin nations, and they do it to Asian nations. So I don't think African nations are anything special or different about it. It does suck, but this is what happens.
Now, as I mentioned earlier, unconfirmed reports started circulating about his alleged arrest in Japan. While we are still waiting for official confirmation from Japanese authorities or credible news sources, the mere possibility has sent social media into absolute chaos. If true, this would represent a massive development. In the case, Japan has strict privacy laws and takes issues of non-consensual recording and distribution extremely serious. An arrest in Japan could lead to extradition proceedings, international charges, and potentially set a precedent for how cases like these are.
When you're going to visit other countries, go about it genuinely, guys. Don't do scummy things like this. You can record people, you can do things, but don't record without the consent, especially intimate acts.
Handled across borders. The timing is also very suspicious, coming just as Ghana's cybersecurity authority announced the investigation, and just as the backlash reached fever pitch. Did Yugoslav flee to Japan thinking he'd be safe? Was he tracked down by international law enforcement? Or was this arrest related to similar activities in other countries?
I don't think he's stupid enough to do this in Japan, so maybe it was international things.
We simply don't know yet, but the speculation shows just how invested people are in seeing justice served. And this is where Obina's timing becomes...
Yeah, this guy may be similar to the Tinder swindler kind of thing. The only thing is the obviously recording these women and putting a website up or your own thing and then monetizing it. That would be the major part where I disagree with. But everything else, going about just having sex with women, going to other countries, have at it. You do what you want. Just don't scam people and ruin people's lives.
Particularly significant, posting his reaction video at this exact moment as the story reaches what could be its climax shows he has been following every development, every twist and every turn. And this isn't just a reaction, this is a statement that East Africa stands with West Africa, a statement that men in the media have a responsibility to speak up, a statement that this kind of exploitation will not be tolerated, will not be normalized, and will not be forgotten. Ogaubina's emotional reaction video posted just hours ago after the Japanese arrest rumors began circulating represents more than just one celebrity's opinion. It represents a turning point in how we as Africans respond to exploitation, how we demand accountability, and how we stand in solidarity across borders. The story is still developing. New information is emerging by the hour, and you can be sure that Ogaubina and millions of others will.
I'll try to cover the rest of the story as it progresses also. Again, you guys I saw something about this. I wasn't planning on covering it, but you guys literally commented down below and asking me to cover this specifically. So I was like, you know what? Let me find a video that can at least speak to us and give us some information.
We'll be watching closely to see that justice is served. This is a story that will be talked about for years to come. A story that has already changed conversations about consent and privacy across the continent, and a story that proves once again that social media can be a force for accountability when people come together with a unified voice. Make sure that you're following this channel for all the latest updates.
Passport Bros is not just people in the United States, it's men from all countries. Most first world countries, developed nations, men are just traveling everywhere to South America, South Africa, Southeast Asia. That's what men can do. It's the power of men. Obviously, I don't tell men to go freaking record and monetize, you know, secret recordings, but go have it. Go at it. Go have fun. You can bang 100 women in a few weeks if you wanted to. I don't give a fuck, right? But I just want you to go experience the world out there. Mate, you don't have to fuck anybody. You can just go out there for 2 weeks, enjoy the food, enjoy the sights, enjoy the people, and still want to travel and go see other things too. I don't think sex is the major thing, the allure of traveling. The allure of traveling is seeing all these new things and experience all these new things. The sex is just the extra part of it, right? Having sex with a whole bunch of extra other different people and around the world. So please like, subscribe, comment down below. I really appreciate that, and catch you guys next time. Ciao.